What's up YouTube? Welcome to the Profound Sitdown. I am Profound and let's get into it. Last time I had a conversation about South by Southwest and Batman v Superman. The link is down here, temporarily. So I've started this new thing on my Instagram page at AProfoundDream. We call it Tell Me Tuesday. So every Tuesday I'll be doing a new video where I ask you a question and it's supposed to enact dialogue. This week I asked a question about content. Tell Me Tuesday will usually lead into the Profound Sitdown, so this video is going to be primarily about content. Before I do that, I feel like I'd be remiss to not mention what's happening as far as North Carolina and Mississippi. I actually took time to read the bills themselves to see if there's any slight margin of merit to what they're trying to say. I actually thought maybe they're saying, if you go into a specific church, if you go into a church that doesn't believe in gay marriage, they're trying to say that they're protecting that church from having to perform a practice that's counter to the belief system. I can understand kind of where they would go in that direction, but that's not where they headed with it. It's basically just a discrimination law. It's ridiculous and I hate it. So feel free to get involved. I know that there are people in the art field, a lot of dreamers that are pulling out from these states to not give them the additional economic value of their craft based on these types of decisions. Shout out to the LGBT community. I know this sucks for those of you who are stuck in these backward states. It's always a process towards progress, and we of course will overcome these barriers. It's the way it just always goes, but it sucks that it's moving a little slower than we might like. With that being said, let's get into today's topic. So as I said, Tell Me Tuesday, we were talking about content. What makes more sense for an artist in whatever medium? What do you think, or what do you want from an artist that you follow? The two schools of thoughts are high quantity, putting out as much stuff as possible over whatever span of time, and the other is, I guess, high quality, where you don't put out a whole bunch of stuff, but take your time to put out whatever the very, very, very best thing that represents you is. This happens for pretty much all mediums. For hip-hop, an artist like, say, Lil B, who put out so much stuff, and his catalog is enormous, it's gigantic, and that's led to kind of some of the fame, the legend that is Lil B. Thank you, bass god. What he did is just put out so much stuff that it's hard to not be impressed by it. Now, are you impressed by individual works? That's up for debate, but you can't really speak against his work ethic. Like, he's put out a bunch of stuff, and a lot of people say anybody can do that, but nobody really does at that level. And then you have on the other far extreme somebody like Jay Electronica. And Jay Electronica still hasn't really put out an effort. He's still working on his album, on his big debut, and whatever we hear from him we're super excited about. But we don't have a full project. But in so doing, he's created this demand that's unique to his product. In film, that happens. Tarantino, though he has been releasing a lot more stuff lately, doesn't release stuff all the time. And that goes down to our levels as independent filmmakers. There's filmmakers that spend forever working on one film, and there's people on YouTube who put out a video every week or every few days. So what becomes the best thing to do? In my book, you want to put out as much content as possible, but as possible means as much content as you can while still maintaining a level of quality. There are people who put out high quality efforts on a consistent basis, but I promise you, they're not just putting out video after video after video after video. They didn't just start yesterday and put out a video in 2 days and then every couple of days put out another video. They started with a plan on how they're going to put together this consistent content. And I respect that, because I think that you do need both. That's something that I want to do. I'm the worst at putting out consistent content. I waver on what I should be doing at any given moment, and I spend a lot of time thinking on if I'm doing the best at what I'm doing currently. So I overthink things a lot. Sometimes you do sell yourself short doing that. So I wish that I had the mentality of like, look, I just have to put something out today, and what can I do to put something out ASAP. But I don't think about ASAP. I think about what can I do to put out the best effort. And there needs to be a blend, I think. And I'm coming to realize that, and I'm coming to work on finding that blend. Hopefully those of you out there are finding a good mix of that. Hopefully the people who are putting out a lot of content are thinking enough about how they want to put out that consistent content so that they don't lose quality. And hopefully the people who are really, really looking out to put out the best efforts don't spend so much time thinking about what the best effort is that they never put out an effort at all. So this is my time, but I want to thank you so much for tuning in today, and expect another video at the latest a week from today. And yeah, until the next time, keep dreaming. I'm out.